To the fellow nominees, it was humbling just to be mentioned in the same sentence with the three outstanding candidates from outside of Ontario, to the Old Crow Society. Thank you for carefully guarding that trophy and many, many years.
You got that.
At the risk of, this is such a wonderful night, it's such a celebration of university sport. Football being the ultimate team game, it's one that I share with my entire coaching staff, top to bottom. As much as I look at the names on that trophy and I think about Stefan Ptaszek's name being on there, the one word that comes to mind is comical. McMaster University and the staff that I represent and the work that's gone into everything that's happened this year is very deserving to be amongst the wonderful programs and names on that trophy. Quickly, just to say some thank yous. McMaster competes on a national level because of some trailblazing support people to Dr. Peter George, Therese Quigley, and Coach Greg Marshall. The program is capable of what they're capable of because of the groundwork you laid and the facilities you put in place. Actually, I gotta digress a little bit. Therese Quigley, who hired me and gave me my first head coaching job, sat with me at this very banquet after our third straight one-and-done playoff run. Hadn't won a playoff game in my first 3 years. We've gone from 6-2 to 5-3 to 4-4, and she put her arm around me and said, "I can't wait to hear you speak at this banquet when you win this award." When? I think she's a special lady and a big part of what McMaster is all about. I think she's one of the athletic directors in this country that gets the abbreviation of her title is not GM, it's AD. And she is a wonderful person, and she's a big reason that I'm here today. To the current keepers of McMaster's football program, Patrick Keane, our president, and Jeff Giles, our athletic director, fostering human potential is our main goal. And I think both of these wonderful gentlemen understand that wins are a byproduct of developing young people. Particularly young men in this case, and I go to work every day knowing that being a good person is more important than wins and losses. Thank you to Mr. Giles and Mr. Dean. To my wonderful staff, from right in the trenches to Dan and Rick, getting us set up for every practice, up to the Ivy Tower with the evil geniuses, Coach Knox and Coach Beatty, and everybody in between. It is a privilege to go to work every day. You do so deserve this recognition. You are the best staff that I'll ever have the privilege of working with. And you are all united by one basic truth. If you wear maroon and you're a student athlete, you support them always and forever, and you love your kids. And that's the number one criteria to be on this staff. And I've learned more from you than you will ever learn from me. To the entire McMaster coaching staff, please give them a round of applause. They are the best. On a personal note, it is with this infrastructure and all the support that we have and the outstanding staff and the outstanding student athletes we have, my job is to have them reach their full potential or as close to it as I can get. And that is nothing that I can do on my own. I am not strong enough to make these talented people hit their ceiling. Fortunately, I don't do it alone. Head coaching, there is a sea of gray. Trying to do what's right for the individual as well as what's right for the collective creates moral dilemmas on a day in and day out basis, and trying to find your way through that. I ask myself a very simple question. What would Gary Jeffries do in this situation? What would Stan Ptaszek do in this situation? And what would Patrick O'Leary do in this situation? And these are three very different individuals who I think, in my eyes, walk on water. And they're my best friends in the entire world. And actually, when I have a dilemma and I think about how they would handle it, most times than not, they would handle it the exact same way, and my path is clear. For being my moral compass, these are three of my heroes. Thank you very much. Hang in, we're wrapping up, sorry. To have the patience to do things the way they need to be done, and to support everybody through every aspect of this program, I don't have. And every time I'm losing it and can't keep up with all the needs of my football family, there's one person I remember who, for every second I've been on this earth, she's always had patience for everything that I need. And that is my mom. She is my energy, and she's how I can always find time for the next student athlete or the next crisis in my football family. Because as I said, every second I've needed her, she's right there. She's always been there for me. Thank you. And last but not least, that you can get on to this wonderful evening. The only person I know that might be strong enough to run this program all by themselves without support is my beautiful, lovely wife. To run our household and our three beautiful children, to support and keep me on task, and to handle a full-time job. I've not met a more talented human being in my life. To all the football players in this room, this great game, if it teaches you one thing, surround yourself with people you believe in and that believe in you, and you can accomplish way more than you can accomplish by yourself. As you stand on the cusp of a national championship, or if you're an all-Canadian, or if you're McMaster trying to do this for a second time, recognize you're in an environment with people that you love and believe in, and they believe in you. The most important decision in my life was marrying Karen Zilak, and I took what I learned on the football field and I applied it to my career and to my marriage, and it's the best decision I've ever made. Guys, this stuff you're learning and the stuff you're going through, I hope that you can apply to you for the rest of your life. CIS athletics and sports is a gift and a privilege. Soak it up. For the game coming, I cannot promise another 2011 happens once in a lifetime. What I can promise is 2 football programs that are going to spill their guts with everything they have and compete for an award or a prize that they feel is rightfully theirs. They're not doing it for playoff bonuses. They're not doing it for anything but each other. And when they're done, they're going to go home and write exams that are bearing down on them. It's the purest form of sport we have in Canada. I cannot wait for the game. Good luck to Laval. Good luck to McMaster. I hope we see everybody Friday night. Thank you.